Hi, I'm Ronnie from Ronnie's Garage, and we're holding our monthly tech meet today, and we will be addressing air conditioning issues, charging, evacuating, recharging, and pressures and all that kind of stuff on a Silver Shadow 2. So one thing I've found on cars sometimes that'll not allow enough air to come across is people will put the fan on backwards, believe it or not, so it doesn't have all radiator fans. This rotates in this direction, so the fan's going this way. And you always want the curve at the front, because that curve going through creates a vacuum, and the fan doesn't push air, it pulls air, just like an airfoil. Where the curve is where the lift is. So that seems a bit loose. And you see everything that was cold is getting sweat on it right now. I think I want to look for a leak. Again, since we put some green stuff in, I was just hoping that this was the leak, to be honest with you. But that's what I get for hoping. And when you get older and blinder like me, it makes it always much more fun. Okay, let's start it again and see what happens. Pressure.
If you hadn't seen the vapor coming out, you wouldn't have think it was under the hood.
Right. Now the vapor.
You didn't see it and it was down.
I still don't like that high side. It's just a little too high. And the low side's a little too high. I mentioned this one component. It's called a POA valve. You cannot buy them anymore. They make a conversion, which I'm going to pull a Freon back out. I'm going to try some stuff that I've done in the past. So let's back up. Remember when I talked about the symptoms? This happened to him in the past. It blew a bunch of Freon out. That could be why there's low on Freon. That's more than likely the reason, because I can't really find any other signs. That loose fitting, but I'll address that. So we have a high pressure problem. Even after I undercharged it, the low side was high after I started it up again. It should not be. It should have been closer to 30 and maybe 180 on the high side. That's a happy zone, 180 over 30. Typically the 134 will run a little bit lower. So I'm going to pull a Freon back out, make that noise again, and I'm going to pull this component off. There's an adjustment on this, and I'm going to try monkeying. This is a process that takes a lot of time, because every time you charge it, you got to pull back out, and then you got to vacuum it. So I apologize for that, but I'd like to address his issue. He's a very good customer. Excuse me?
That's the reality of it. You got to pull it in, put it back.
That's the reality. I could vent it. Back in the old days, we'd just pull the Schrader valves out and let her go, because we didn't have these machines. And then put a couple of cans in, see what happens, and then get a plan, and then just let it vent again. But those cans used to be like $1 each. Plus the air's better now, so there's got to be a reason that's all working. Somebody want to Google that, POA valve?
I just did.
And?
Price on application.
Pilot operated absolute.
A pilot-operated control valve uses system pressure to shift the actual working valve. It's, you can also use, like in the hydraulic system, if you have a large valve you want to change, instead of having a strong input, all you do is change a small input, and that uses system pressure from what's called the pilot operated, and that's what moves your major spool, pilot operated.
Yeah. So in other words, this valve is compensating incorrectly.
So
That's why we have high system pressures.